Hey everybody, welcome to the Baby Shower Comedy Podcast. This is my buddy Matt Hardy. We got Pat Smaha on the ones and twos.
What's up, gang?
What's up, gang?
Ones and twos.
This is a little
Like,
subscribe, comment, obviously.
Yeah.
And let's just get right into it. Hardy has a big update. I just pawned it on you. I got nothing. Hardy's got some big updates.
I got some big, yeah. Well, I was telling you before the pod. I've been
Now set the table. Set the table for everyone, Hardy.
No, I really don't have any massive updates.
I've got a small story that'll...
Yeah, that's good. I was just telling you on the roof while we were before the pod that I've been getting my butt kicked with the ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to start? Tell
Not
us
really.
Getting your butt kicked with the ladies.
There's not too much to...
There's a lot of meat. There's a lot of meat to unpack, but I get it. We don't want to... Because these ladies will probably watch the podcast. They'll tune out minute 30.
Yeah, maybe.
So we'll do minute 30. We'll talk about your ladies because they'll be tuned out by then.
Yeah.
We'll do my little loser stories. I've been having back pain, right? So I got x-rays and stuff like that. And my back doctor, has two offices, one right by me and then one up in like 104th Street, West Side.
Yeah.
Like deep up there. So I had to go up to that one. It was, I was pissed. So I go up to that one and I'm in the waiting room. There's like 20 people.
Yeah.
And I fill out all my paperwork. And I give in the paperwork, and the lady goes, I guess I filled it out wrong. She goes, Tobin? I go, yeah. And this is in front of 20 people. She goes, what's your marital status? And I just go, single. Like how loud. And then I pause for
single viper.
And then I pause for 5 minutes, and I look around and I go, unless anyone wants to... And it destroyed.
Really?
Everyone was cracking up, dude.
Wow,
It destroyed.
Funny. That's funny.
I go, unless anyone wants to... Dude, it was fantastic.
Well, her saying that out loud, that's kind of a fun... You don't see that a lot.
Right.
Usually they'll let you just fill it out. Like, why she
or they'll
yelled
call
it
me
out.
over. You know what I mean? And say it one-on-one. She like screamed it out for everyone.
Yeah.
I could have even dug for. I could have been like, "Why are you asking?"
Yeah, that's funny.
Something
why do you
like
ask?
that. Yeah. But I felt so. I was on cloud nine the whole day. That's one of those like little things. Because I was thinking about not doing it. You ever have this where like you're thinking about saying something?
Yeah.
And you're like, this might be lame. I might bomb.
Yeah, but you let it come to you.
Right.
I think, like, didn't you probably thought to yourself, okay, I could do this. And then you kind of wait a second. And now the timing's juicy.
Perfect timing.
Right.
Dude.
Because you don't want to you don't want to make it a dad joke. Like, if you go too fast, it might be a dad joke.
And people are like,
oh, hey, well, why, ha, ha, ha. Like, that, you know, oh, I'm single, but
unless
hey, lady.
anyone.
Yeah.
If you do it too quick, they're like, that's his move.
Yes. But if
he's done this multiple times.
Right. But if you wait, you let everyone come to you a little bit, and now you're looking around, and you go, unless. And now it's a very funny joke. Timing,
You're
baby.
so correct on that timing, dude. Timing's everything.
That's also like, I don't know how you felt after, but if you land a day bit, like a life bit, like that, and you get a pop, you're like, come on, dude.
It's better than any set, dude. It's better than any set because this is unplanned.
Yes.
And now everyone goes, this guy is the guy. Like, I could do no wrong. Everyone was masked up. I took my mask off. No one yelled at me.
You had people asking you to go out for lunch?
Yeah, they're like, what are you doing after? I go, listen, I gotta go hit the other clinic.
Yeah, listen, I do this same bit. That's a plant.
I got a circuit that I do.
Dude, I feel good. Like, you land a light... And it sounds like you got a full... Like, you got most of the room.
Dude, there's 20 people...
That's a fan. Once in a while, I'll get those at the movie theater. Like I'll land a good song.
How do you do that at the movie theater? Like during the movie?
Yeah, no, like in the trailers or something. Like someone like it'll end and I'll be like, oh, you know, like that looks fucking terrible. You know, like, and then I'll laugh, or I'll be like, you know, who greenlit that? You know, and I'll like say it to the whole group.
And you're solo too, so like, it's not like they're looking at you like, oh, he's talking to his friend, but he said it too loud. It's like, no, you're actually saying this to everyone in the theater.
That's actually what I'm going for. But sometimes that shit doesn't work. Again, it's a hard get. Like you almost got like people like if you were like online at a bagel store or something.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of like a place where
that's
people
a tough. They're doing different things. One time was with you and I got this. We were walking with Schwartz and there was a group of people on the sidewalk and she goes, so thank you everyone for coming. And as we walked by, I was like, you're welcome. Like I jumped in.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember. And I got a nice pop.
Yeah.
I love a good juicy life pop, dude.
It's better than it's better than anything else, dude.
Life pop, dude.
You're at the train station. Dude. You're at the just natural wear and tear of life.
Yes.
And you give everyone a little stand-up comedy, a little bit, you know. You
dude,
go, I'm not off the clock,
bro.
I'm always on the clock.
I would die. I would die if you then transitioned very nicely into a follow-up tag premise. Like you slowly stand up, you know?
Isn't it weird? Dude, if I start doing stand-up, what? Oh my God.
You're like, unless, and everyone laughs and you're like, yeah, I mean, what is it about yelling out? What's your marital status? Now they're like, dude, is this guy doing?
Dude, the level of difficulty for that transition is like it's difficult enough. It's like, you know how people are like, the distance to the moon is so far, yes. But then they show the distance to the sun and it's like nothing. The distance to the moon is that initial joke. It's somewhat it's hard, but it's
doable,
attainable. To get to doing a stand-up set during the day is like going to the sun now. Yes. It's that far away.
Yes, that's a great point. It is a true challenge. I don't know how many. I would wonder how many people have ever done that.
I don't think anyone.
You don't think anyone's tried?
Like, that might be how the public stand-up originated. You know how people like Chappelle used to do stand-up in public?
Right.
Whoever the first person would be.
You think the first person who ever... Well, what about it? You think the first person who ever did stand-up was just someone who got a life pop and then kept going?
Yeah, he goes, let me go in on
this. It was like,
there's something to this.
And then he slowly kind of starts standing up and he's like, yeah, I mean, don't say the marital status out loud. All right?
Yeah.
I'm divorced. You know, you get a little...
Don't kick the horse that far.
People are like...
You know when you kick a horse? It's like an old 1800s.
Dude, if I was like there, could you imagine if I was there with you and I start moving chairs? So like I'm like setting you up as a stage. I'm like, yeah, why don't you come around the side here?
Dim the lights. Dim the lights.
A life pop in the state. Dude, you got to try to... That's insane. No one can pull that off.
I actually think, unless it's like one of your jokes, you know,
yeah.
If it bleeds,
that's dying.
It's
like,
this is not good.
How it started?
The roots of modern stand-up comedy began in the 1840s.
Oh, no.
Minstrel shows that perpetuated racist stereotypes
not much
of the United States.
That's a great joke.
Via blackface performances of Jim Crow character.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Frederick Douglass criticized these shows for profiting from and perpetuating racism.
Wow. Dude, that's fucking, I guess that makes sense.
Misogyny. Look at this. The first act was perpetuating racism, and it goes, Oh, I thought it said misogynist performed the second act.
no, it's monologuist.
Monologuist.
What is that word? Minstrelsy?
Yeah,
Jeez,
we got to
like-
click into that. Click
I
into
don't even know what
minstrel
that
shows.
was. What the fuck? That's probably like a type of.
Oh, jeez.
It's a form of racist theatrical entertainment.
Oh my god.
It's a
developed
minstrel
in the
show.
1900s.
Kind of like Skankfest. Hey-o.
Yeah.
Shout out Skankfest.
The shows were performed
This
by
is like all-
mostly
it's all
white people
blackface,
wearing
yeah.
blackface.
It's a blackface show.
And that's where stand-up originated.
Maybe that seems well. Yeah, I guess so.
Well, back in the day, it was
I like the
okay,
idea
you know?
of a guy getting.
Just kidding.
Yeah, I like
That argument. Back in the day, it was okay, so it's fine.
Yeah, well, I mean, they probably thought it was.
Well, later down the line, it got introduced to like
That's
Britain
hilarious.
and Ireland, and then they would stand in front of a curtain and do jokes,
Okay.
and that's where it would come back to being what we.
I
know
always liked
today.
the idea that it was like more romantic and it was like came from like people around the campfire telling stories, you know, and then someone like stood up and was like, you know, started doing a tale and you're like, God, you know, Greg is unbelievable at these.
No, what really happened is they were around the
long-form
campfire and someone did blackface, and they go, "You could get money for this." This blackface thing that you're doing could
Guys.
make a lot of money. We could go on tour with
Why
this.
don't I know about this? Like, why don't people talk about this? Is like the original.
You think we're the first people to discover? I've got
it's
a
on
book. There's
Wikipedia, it's
some
not-
book.
That's
It's called like
crazy,
The
man.
Comedians, and it's the history of comedy. And I
Yeah.
don't think they start with this.
Yeah, I would assume that they don't.
They start with like vaudeville and stuff like that. They're like, "Oh, this is when it started."
Right.
But maybe they're doing blackface and
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Well, it looks like you might have to do blackface at your doctor's office.
I'll tell you what, the doctor's office up there, I was like the only white guy. If I just started smudging marker all over my face, they'd go, "All right, I don't know if we can sign off on this guy."
This is terrible, but I have this like product I use for like a facial cleanser,
Yeah.
and it's like really not a good color.
Yeah, it's like a matte, like a shiny
Yes,
black.
and
right?
I'm like, this is like kind of a not a good. I don't know why this is like. I don't know.
You should send a letter to them and say, "Can we get different colors for different skin tones?"
This is like kind of fucked up, guys. Like, it's kind of it works, but it's kind of
Right.
fucked up. But yeah, anyway, I look getting a good. I want us to discuss more over time now our different life pops, and we should get a T-shirt.
I'm trying to think. Well, now.
Because
After that, I've been trying to get more life. Like I think I'm trying to bleed into more life pops.
Yeah. It's something you can definitely think about. And what you said is right. Generally, what happens is you do think of it, but you don't say it.
You say that would be crazy. To say
Yes.
this.
You go, okay, I'm going to avoid. I'm not going to. This is too much. This is too weird. Or like maybe someone will think, right, I'm going to
Right.
bomb.
God, what was another?
Life Pop merch coming to the store.
Yes. Life pop, dude. But you got to get it. Hey, this is not also like you made your buddy laugh. This is not a pop and a hang. This is stranger, real world, majority pop.
Elevator. Elevator's a prime place to get a life pop.
That's probably number one.
But here's the issue with it's the elevator life pop is kind of hacky because too many people attempt it. Right?
I just pictured you like riding up and down an elevator all day, trying to get life pops.
Button won't work.
You just keep.
Right before you leave, right before you leave your floor, you click all of them.
That is something I've done before in my life. I actually do love that. But you won't get a life pop. You'll go. People will go. God
be
damn
pissed.
it! Yeah.
People will be pissed. Life pops, dude.
Yeah, the subway was probably almost impossible with the way people feel down there, like how upset they are and in their own worlds. You know, that would be hard to get a life
Right.
pop. Movie theater is actually quite a good spot.
Let me ask you if you think this is a life pop.
Yeah.
I've been going to the gym. I go to the gym, and the
Oh,
guy.
that's a spot.
But it was one-on-one. It's the guy at the front desk.
Yeah.
He gives a towel.
Yeah.
And then he goes, I'm going to ask you, as always, what are you working on today? And first of all, I've never even heard him say that. I wanted to call him out and be like, you've never said this to me before. I've been here every day for the past week, and this is the first time you've said this. But what I said was I looked at him, I go, mental strength.
But
he laughed, and then a guy in the office next door started laughing
oh,
too.
okay. This is interesting.
Is that a life pop?
That sounds like I'm going to go with Pat there because you got an additional guy.
Right. If it was just one-on-one, that's not a life pop.
No.
But if you get some ancillary
Yes.
shrapnel laugh.
Yes. I would say that's like a sister or an ancillary to the life pop. It's a cousin. Not what
Right.
you got a life pop, but if you just made the guy laugh, that's not a life. That's
Not a life pop.
that's something else. That's what I would say is just like maybe like a pop. You got a regular pop in day to day because that's a fine. Listen, we all get on a stranger.
Right.
That's also a thing. You get a pop on the woman serving you your soda or
Yes.
you know an MTA guy. You can get a pop on something like that.
Right.
That's nice.
Let me ask you this. Diner.
nice.
We're sitting at the diner. You make a joke. The
Yeah.
waitress, you say some joke about the menu. Waitress
Yes.
laughs. Is that a life pop or is that just a one-on-one type of?
That's a one-on-one. It's still juicy.
Yes. It
You
is
know, we
juicy.
have people that love doing that. Luciano loves to. You got
yeah.
people that know how to, but that's not a life pop.
Luciano's a big life pop guy, huh?
Yeah, he has a lot of good life bits, dude. I've spoken with him about this. He has really good.
Luch, do you have any advice on how to work in more life pops in your day to day?
There's people that are damn good at it.
Yeah.
You know,
The funniest people are good at it. You know what I mean?
yeah, but sometimes really funny people are really introverted and like anxious, and you don't see them go for the life pop as
Yeah.
much. You know, like someone who keeps to themselves. So that'll keep you from. You kind of have to be a little extroverted.
You know how
know?
we were talking about how there's a time, like the more you wait, kind of the better. There is also
Yes.
a little bit of waiting too long.
Yes.
Like the introverted guy
Yes,
is thinking
yeah.
about it for a long. He's like, he finally muscles up the courage, but the time is lost. It's like 20 seconds later, he goes, unless, and he wanted everyone's like, what?
Yeah, you know what happens
What are you
there
even
is that, well, if you wait. What do you even?
There's new people in there too, so the room
That's
is shifted
funny.
and no one saw the first part. He goes, unless.
It's 2 days late. No, you know what happens if you wait too long, and you just highlighted it, is that it then can actually be taken as serious. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, this is actually creepy.
Oh my god!
It's like really long, and he's like,
Yeah,
unless,
right.
and everyone's like, ew.
And they
like,
go, "What?
is that guy hitting
They, like,
on us?
even ask me, they
yeah,
go-
yeah.
What?"
Dude, it's this perfect. Those are my favorite jokes because it's a timing thing. It's not the most brilliant thing you're
No,
saying,
of course not.
right? It's
Yes.
all a timing thing. It's like you got to wait it out so it's not a dad joke, and then attack right before you're a creepy fucker, dude. Like it's a really tight window.
Yes.
And
have to hit the window.
Yes.
There's bricks and there's a little light. You got to dart up right when you hit the light.
Dude. And you must have really gotten it nice because it sounds like, and you'll know right when it comes out of your mouth.
Yeah.
You'll know because you'll get that like, oh, it was perfect timing.
You'll even make eye contact with some of the
Yes.
people too. You're like, unless.
Boom. Boom. There's nothing like that feeling too when you realize that you executed well on it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh man.
Well, then
You got to
kinda-
watch out too, by the way.
I think you're going where I was going.
Am I going where you're going? Where you get it in your head that you need to get more life pops?
Right. You over life pop, and now you lose the crowd. You went too far in the life pop.
Yes.
You do a
that's
life pop,
embarrassing.
and then they say another thing later, like 10 minutes later.
And you go for it again?
You go for another life pop, and they're like, all right, we gave you the first one, dude. Like you get too greedy with the life pops.
That's why the transition into stand-up is such a difficult journey. Because what's going to happen is people are going to start getting annoyed with you.
They go. Our laughing wasn't an invitation to do your stand-up act.
Yes, you don't get to keep going for these. I was saying what can happen is you can start getting too excited about the pop you got. It's in your head. You can sort of hear the echoes of it. You're like, man, that was good, unless. And it's like deep in the recesses of your mind. And you start looking for life pops.
Right.
And that also will fuck you. Because you'll be too in your head. A life pop's something where you really got to kind of forget about it and then execute on it. Right?
Yeah. What would you say the best practice is for post-life pop etiquette? Do you kind of go about your business like nothing happened?
Yes, I think
that's the best way, where you don't even acknowledge that it was a life pop.
I think you have to immediately humble yourself and rejoin the commoners.
Right.
All right, I'm back. I get it. I had a moment of magic there. I'm no better than anyone. All right, and that'll put you back in the running for another life pop potentially. Right?
Now everyone's back in line.
Yes. That's actually a great tactic, just like with humor in general and stand-up in general. Like, we all know this. Like, when you say a joke, you shut the fuck up.
Yes.
And then you reset it and start again a lot, like, you gotta kind of like,
You go back, you slouch. You don't sit down in your chair like...
Yeah, no, you don't want to...
You don't bask in the life pop.
Yes.
Go back to reading your magazine.
Yes.
But keep your ears open.
Yes. You've been graced by the comedy gods.
Yes.
Again, if it's a full pop, like sounds like you got, that's somewhat rare. We're not all walking around getting giant life pops. Because you got to think about it. You got to have a situation where there's enough people in public that are paying attention or listening, that if you say something, they're all going to fucking hear you.
It usually has to be a monotonous point in life. Elevator, little waiting room, waiting for a train, subway.
Yup, lines.
Lines are great life pop places.
Lines, you can probably get a decent one. But that's a great point. It does need to be kind of like
where people are really sad. Yeah, people are kind of low.
Yeah, they're kind of like, this is
some
boring.
High. If you're waiting in line, like when I was waiting in line for a Chappelle show, one time there was a pop. Someone did a pop.
Oh, and by the way, like having it be at a comedy show,
it's a little.
That's daring.
I didn't like that move because now everyone's trying to be a comedian in line at a comedy show, right? There's a lot of people going for pops.
Yeah. By the way, that's one of the worst places you can go for a life pop, can I say? In the audience of a stand-up show.
Yeah.
You ever see these people going for like life pops? It's like, dude, there's a professional there. Just let
during
them...
the show. It's almost like it's a heckle, but not against the comedian heckle. It's more like this guy's trying to upstage the show here.
Yeah, you can see it a lot. I'm sure you probably see it a lot. When they say something that's like too smart, or they're like, you can tell they're trying to get a laugh.
Yeah.
By the way, also not really life pop material. Usually when you get, I think, a good life pop, okay, it's because what you're saying is not like so clever or intellectual, like it's smart. It's actually something you've like pointing out.
Right.
That people I
don't like how Samaha doesn't have the earphones in. Like I'm worried that like the audio isn't working.
Oh yeah.
We've been doing this for like over a year now.
Happy anniversary, guys.
Yeah.
What? It's not.
Happy anniversary, Pat.
We should have it in post. There should be a life pop counter.
Yeah.
Every time we say life pop, it goes up a digit.
We're trying to get
We got to
life
be over
pop.
100. We got to be
Yeah.
over like 150 life pops.
Well, we'll see going forward. I'm going to come back here with a couple of juicy life pops.
Yeah, we got.
This is going to be sad. I'm going to be going for this, and I know what it's going to be like, dude. It's going to be like Didge, where you're out here in the streets trying to get Didge.
It's going to be like that. Now we have a competition where instead of calling each other up, being like, dude, I got some girl's number, it's like, dude, I got a huge life pop.
Dude.
Perfect 10.
I just had an idea.
Dude.
Do you break out your recording device before you do the life pop to get it on audio?
Miller. Brilliant. And if you get a life pop on recording, I'm going to try to do this too. Bring it in and we'll test it. We'll play them. Oh, this is brilliant. I'm doing this.
I think instead what you can do as a challenge, you could put each other in situations where you could give each other life pop scenarios. So you
Like
could be
put,
like,
like a
hey,
plant?
Tobin, go over there and say this, and then we can video it.
Yeah. Like watch you try to get a life pop.
Right.
Here's the
but
thing.
that's a little manufactured. It doesn't have the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
feeling that Overwatch.
Are life pops
Now we're
only
just doing
organic?
bits.
Are they only organic life pops?
Life
They're
pop.
spontaneous.
Great. Yeah. Most, I would say there's probably the rare exception where a guy like Tom or when he, there are something called a life bit where you sort of know it's something you can do, but it's still organic. You can't really force the move. You can go, oh, there's the move I can do.
Right.
You know, like if this happened again to you, you could go, if someone said single, you could go, unless you can do that again.
Right.
So it's not, so it's both,
That's
right?
not really a life.
You think so? I just think that's
It's
material.
Like a cousin.
That's a
It's like
material
cousin,
life
yes.
pop.
It's a cousin.
Yes.
A new life pop.
Okay, I see what you're saying. You're saying it's okay. I love this. Then it's completely organic. You've never done it before.
Right.
Got it. Okay.
But like in you've watched Comedian, Jerry Seinfeld, right?
Yeah.
There's a life bit that he does where if he orders something and they go,
Yeah.
we're out of it.
Yeah.
He goes, cancel it.
Yeah.
His joke is like you can't cancel something they don't have. So that's a joke that he goes
okay.
for every
Perfect
time.
example. You
But
don't
that's
think that's
a life bit. That's not a life.
Like, no, that's not a life
pop.
pop. I love the distinction. Brilliant. That's something he's going to keep bringing to the table. I do think if you get a big laugh on that, kind of technically a life pop with material.
It's a life pop, but it's not. You don't get the same happiness from it because you know it's going
That's
to work.
right, because you know it's one of your go-tos.
Yes. It's
That's
like,
the
yeah,
thing.
I guess I'll do the life.
Yeah.
the life bit.
Like, so I have life bits too, where like I'll be at a dinner table and when someone's like asks for like when the very common phenomenon of someone not remembering something, they'll
Yeah.
be like, "What was that guy's name?" I'll make up a guy and come in, right? And it derails things and da-da-da. But it's not really a life pop so much because it's something I do.
Right.
So there's a consistency to it that I think you're
I think the
referencing.
consistency. Like whenever people come up to me and say, "Oh, you play basketball?" I go, "No, I'm
Yeah.
a jockey."
Yeah.
That's like a life bit that I do.
Yeah,
and
okay,
it's-
this is great. These are life bits.
Right.
We're going to take it out. These are life bits.
These are
I do
life
this with
bits.
speech. Whenever I'm like hanging out and one of my buddies, there's no reason for it, it's just a dinner. And we're like, speech, to some life bit.
Life bit.
Yeah. Life pop. Now, I think you could get it on audio, though. Well, I think you could go into like your local bakery and just kind of hit record.
And just anticipate the life bit. 'Cause
Yes, and try to see if there's something that arises that you could try to get a pop on. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you could do it. How else?
That's what I'm saying. You can't, because in my case, right, the marital status thing,
Mm-hmm.
I would need to have it record her initiating the
Yes.
thing initially. So you actually have to be vigilant.
Yes, you would have to. That's what I think you have to go to the public place when you're in
Right.
lines, places. You'd have to just hit record, and a lot of the times you're just nothing's going to happen. You just have to delete it. But what?
Just hours
Yeah,
of
that's what I'm
dead silence.
That's what I'm saying, dude. But if you get one, oh, the legend, dude.
Oh my gosh. And then they see after the life bit, they see that you like hit stop on the recording button. They go, what the hell is this guy doing?
Guy, dude. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try. That's gonna be really hard though. I think I can try at the movie theater though. In my head, I think I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna record some of the trailers and I'm gonna try to just go for a line. See if I can get something nice and juicy out there.
It's gonna be tough to get their laughter in the movie theater because everything is so loud.
Because the audio is gonna be shit too,
yes.
right? It's so hard to do this.
You have to be kind of right up on them and have like, you almost have to have like a what's the boom mic to capture everything.
It's so manufactured that, yeah, we should have Pat maybe, film us.
Yeah,
I'll fix it in post.
Yeah, and then that's funny. You just like put in laughter.
it's not like uproarious. It's like two people.
Yeah.
I think next time you go to the movies, you should just do selfie video of a comment after every trailer, and then I can match them all together.
Okay, we'll do that.
That's dude. That could be a great like a viral TikTok. I feel like a guy
like
that goes
comment.
to the movies and you film the like the last 20 seconds of the trailer, and then you flip it around to view you, and you go, "Oh, that sucked."
yeah. That's exactly what I would do.
And then you kind of like lift up your like maybe someone's sitting behind you, and then you lift it up to get their reaction. Dude, people would love those videos, dude.
That's
people
a great way
videos.
to. That's really smart the way you said that, though. The camera work, and then see if I can get like a person.
See if you get any reactions to your. And the whole premise of the movie theater is you're supposed to silence your phones and stuff, and you're making videos.
This is gonna be fun. I'm there way too much, so I'm gonna have a lot of opportunities.
You have the filter, the guy running on the steeds.
Dude, I didn't tell you this. This is like kind of just popped in my head though. The woman at the concession stand at AMC, like a month back, was shocked at how many points I had. She was like, she stopped me. She was like, you have like 50,000 points. And I was like, oh no, like I didn't know. She was like, yeah, like that's like $100. And I was like, oh, cool. Can I use? She was like, you have to activate them on your account, but like you should do that.
Do they go away?
No, I don't think they go away. But I think she was just like kind of like taken aback that someone had amassed so many points.
How do you not know how many points? Does it not come up? Like only the
I just hadn't really looked at it in forever, and I see so many movies that I think over time I just like got up to this number that's like really, really high. Like, and I could tell that like she looks at these accounts all day.
Right.
She was like,
Are there tiers of AMC? Is there like gold? You know how like planes, there's like gold too. You get.
I don't know if they have tiers. I know that they have. I don't think they have tiers. That would be cool though.
Yeah, where if you go enough, you get bumped up. You get some sort of like free. Every time you come, you get free popcorn because you come so often.
Yes, you know what it's like the when Clooney in the Up in the Air when he gets all the mileage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be sweet. Go to some cool like lounge, some cool victory lounge.
They don't even They don't even take down
the AMC Victory.
You don't even go to the victory lounge.
You're just in there with that one other guy that dumped his popcorn on my.
I forgot that guy dumped his popcorn on me.
I had another run-in too, by the way.
He's in the victory lounge, so he gets free popcorn anyways. That's why he was so ready to dump it out. He goes, I can get free popcorn. Yeah. This is nothing to me.
This guy.
Dude, showering you with like buttery pop. Dude. It's actually kind of messed up.
It was messed up, dude.
Because you got all this like popcorn flakes on you, dude.
Dude, that was a fucking trip, man.
What, you had another run-in with this guy?
Yeah, this guy, I was seeing Halloween. Halloween Ends. And it's like 10:30 at night, and he comes in with his family, and his kids are like 8 and 9 years old, and I'm like, this is not right, dude. Like, it's 10 o'clock at night, and they're like young, and this is gonna be scary.
Right.
Anyway, I'm like, they're
You
all
go up to him.
no.
Listen, May goes. Listen, I'm with my family right now. We'll deal with it after.
Dude, yeah.
He
leave
goes,
me alone.
Matt, Chris. Dude, if you had their names,
Matt, sit down. No, he's like, they're all Matt, sit down, all right? I can do what I want. It's a free country. Yeah, no, I went up to him and I was like, dude, get your fucking kids out of here. He was standing there with all his family, and they like could not figure it out. Like, they're like, dude, like what row is like, and they're like, and it's like the movie's about to start, and they're like they're all like pushing on the seats and like standing there, and they don't know where to go. And I'm like,
is this guy a pro though?
What's that?
The guy. Oh, it's a different guy.
Different guy. And I just kind of like did one of these, like, I didn't say anything out loud. I was just like, all right, let's go in, like,
Dude, I can't believe I haven't been to. I've been to a movie with you, right?
Yeah,
we
went
went
to the List.
rest of your life. Yeah.
We went to the List movie.
Right,
yeah.
right. Dude.
Anyway,
I
the
need to
guy
go to more
leans over.
movies
Yeah,
with you.
he leans. He like must have caught. He like leans over me. He's like, "Do you have a fucking problem? Hey, do you have a fucking problem?" And I was like,
Hold on. The guy that couldn't find his seat. You
Yeah,
do
the
a
dad.
move, and he sees that you do a move.
I think he must have seen me kind of go, and he came up like standing above me, like
That ticked him off.
it's like, do you have a fucking problem? And I didn't want to. I was like, in my head, I'm like, dude, and I just eventually was like, do you have a problem? Because also, buddy, you're gonna do this. Your kids are here, all right? I can do this. You can't do this.
You go, do you have a problem?
Yes.
That's a very instigative.
Yeah, I mean, get out of here, dude. I haven't said anything. Like, go sit down, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, that's top G mentality.
Yeah.
And attitude.
That's top G. That's top G.
G.
Yeah, and then my top G ass.
No, Top G would
three-
stand up and beat the shit out of him in front of his
Yeah.
kids and look at his kids and say, your dad's a worthless piece of shit. Remember this day when you grow up and do not become him.
Yeah, remember when he brought your vulnerable, young, easily influenced minds to a freaking terrifying Halloween
Right.
movie? And now look at him, bloody after I kicked his ass.
I was
right?
glad the universe allowed us to do this so that you can see how beta your father is and how you should not grow up to be like him.
Yes, I'm
Now
like Batman.
go home.
Yes, go home and get some sleep.
Go home and get sleep and remember this day.
I'm like Batman. I'm basically like going out and taking care of the youth.
Yeah.
Kicking guys' ass. Don't bring your kids to a 10:30 movie, you fucking idiot. Huh. Put him like I choke him out.
You should be working out.
I choke him out, and then he's like asleep, right? Because he knocks out, and then I just like place him in the seat next to his kids, so it looks like he's watching the movie. No, well, you know what? Actually,
Open his eyes.
like a weekend at Bernie's. Dude, what actually happened is I moved 3 rows up because I didn't trust the guy. I was like, if a guy's willing to do that with his kids around, what's that guy willing to do? Like I moved up like 3 seats.
I'd move behind him. I'm watching you.
Yeah, dude, it was kind of crazy.
Something happens to me. It looks like that guy's got a problem.
Yeah, in the movie.
You just keep referencing his line. It looks like Chucky's got a problem in the movie, huh?
That's so dumb. Looks like this character's got a problem. Guy's like, shut the fuck up, man.
Dude,
Yeah,
are you on TikTok and Instagram Reels? I
Yeah.
get like the things I get pushed to me. One,
Yeah.
pimple popping. They push me pimple popping all the
You
time.
looked at it one time?
And I love pimple popping. It's one of my favorite things to watch,
That's
like blackheads.
Right.
I love that. And then fights. I get a lot of I love watching little scrums in the streets. It's so much fun, dude. It's so much fun. Dude.
They have a lot of those videos on there.
Oh, insane. Do you get pushed that?
Well, I go to Reddit for that. So Reddit r-fight porn.
Oh, fight porn. Oh, I'm going to have a night
I
tonight.
go to Reddit for that. Dude, you got to get... Hey, that's probably
Or
the good
another
stuff.
good one is r-public freak out. So just people in public freaking out. Like acting outrageous.
Yeah.
Like in the Walmart or bus. Stuff like that. I love that shit.
Fight. Oh, it's so good, dude.
I used to watch some of that stuff.
You don't really watch stuff anymore.
No. Not really.
'Cause you're busy in the streets.
Yeah.
Well, do you remember World Star Hip Hop?
Yeah, I was about to say, I do remember some of the World Star, and I remember Kemba. Slice?
Kimbo Slice.
Kimbo Slice. That was cool, because you knew the people other people knew.
Right. It was like backyard street fights that were challenging Kimbo.
That's how he became professional.
Was he a professional?
No, he was a street fighter that turned professional fighter.
And was he good when he went professional
Yes,
or no?
He was good.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Power of the internet.
Yeah, dude. My TikTok's
Getting
terrible,
fighters up.
dude. It's all chicks with huge knockers.
See, I don't even go
You
on.
don't
I don't
yeah.
go on TikTok because of that. Like, it's gonna lead to that.
You would be so embarrassed. It would be if you scrolled through my feed. It's like a bunch of hot chicks, and then it's like a motivational video, and then it's like a bunch of.
I get a bunch of motivational videos.
Yeah,
Well, move over to Reddit. You can follow r-TikTok thoughts. That's what I follow.
yeah, that's what I need. That's
Thoughts.
the Reddit.
What does thoughts stand for? Like, where does that originate?
I
It's
don't know what that is.
THOT. Is it like thought I'm thinking of
No,
them?
it is an acronym that stands for that hoe over there.
Oh, jeez. That hoe over there.
Bro.
Way off.
Never thought it was so good though, because like I know what you mean, like the fog of like you're thinking about him a lot.
Yeah, it's a
I
thought.
like this chick as a thought.
The thought that I have.
Yeah,
This
she's
hot
in-
chick.
She's in there deep.
Yeah.
She's
That's
a
what I thought it was.
dude. That's friggin' great. I love that because I actually didn't know what it was, so I probably would have guessed somewhere in that wheelhouse.
That thought.
I only follow thoughts, dude. So many thoughts.
Fuck. Is there a male version of that or no?
Yeah, fuck boy.
Fuck boy. Fuck boy.
So do you want to hear this what happened though on this
Of course. But on what?
no, on this first okay, so like because I was going to tell you the other night, like it was a nice thing that happened too, but I was like, oh, this is a great thing that just happened.
For what? Is there a background? Or are you going into it? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah. No, I'm gonna go into it. So it's the coffee date, coffee
right.
tea with this
Bumble?
Yeah, with
The
this,
Bumble girl that you just showed me.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes. And
What day is it? What type of day?
it was what was it? Thursday.
During the day? Or at
At
night?
like 4:30, because I'm such a crazy person. I was like, let's get a like coffee or a tea. Like, let's say 4:30. She was like, okay. And of course, the place closed. It's like,
4:30 coffee tea.
yeah.
Oh, what a mind fuck, dude. She's probably never been asked that before, dude. That is a mind fuck of a text. My head would be spinning. I'd be like, what is he trying to get at here? What does this imply? Like, is this going to lead into dinner? If it goes well, does that...
In my dumb head, I knew I was going to go to the tiny cupboard and do a mic. I was going to wake up around like 1. So I was going to go right to the mic, and then it was going to be one of the first things I could have done in the day. Only it was going to be at 4:30.
And her, she goes, she goes like, I have to like get off of work. Like you're implying that she doesn't really have a strict 9 to 5 or anything like that.
Yeah, I think she worked from home or remote. So
Yeah.
she actually was like, yeah, that's great. So I was like, okay. I thought if she wanted a different time, she would have been like, hey, you moron. I need like, can we do like noon?
Can we do 5? She pushed it 30 minutes.
Yeah. Can we do a
5 is just such a more acceptable time than 4 for some reason,
everything
even though
closed.
it's just an hour.
Yeah. So we went to this other place. She was very accommodating, though.
Did you guys show up at this place together and you're like, oh, it's closed? Or
Yeah,
you
well,
figured out it's closed and be like, all right, let's meet at this other place.
I showed up and I was like, fuck, it's closing.
Yeah.
You know? And so I told her, I was like, yeah, it's closing. And she's like, oh, there's another place. Because I went out towards her neighborhood. I was all the way out in Greenpoint.
Yeah.
She was like, there's another place we can go to. So we get there. And this is what was great is like, we hadn't really started talking much yet. Like the place was a block away, like 2 blocks away. And we're in line ordering hot tea, you know, trying to start to have convo. Right?
These I hate these, dude. On a first date, if you're not like already sitting, like to show up and be in a line. I had this with my concert
So
date.
weird, dude.
Concert date, we had
yeah.
to wait in line to get into the concert. Now we're like just anticipating the event,
Yeah.
but we have to like continue doing this like
Yeah, you're like trying to do 2 things a little bit. And that's a long line.
yeah.
So that's even weirder. Because you're in that line for a long ass time. And so you're also just like, okay, I guess now we have to like get to know each other. And you're like trying to debate, like, do I want to talk about the event right now? Or do I want to be like, so what did you do for work? And then you let everyone know who's
in line
around
is
you, how much of a loser you are.
everyone around.
It's so embarrassing.
And do you both just face forward in the line?
That's what I was
Or do you kind of like turn and now people are like, this guy's not even facing, is he in line or is he like, and then of course, when you get to the front, you're mid sentence or conversation. Now you have to go, sorry, I'll have a black tea.
Yes, that's the double thing you're doing where you sort of go, wait, hold that thought. No, I want to hear about that.
Right.
Right? You do.
You say that and you go this, listen, hold that thought. I want to hear about that.
I do. I say shit like that. And then I go, do you have iced tea or do you have... And then she was like, are they caffeinated? And I was like, oh, I can't have the caffeine. You know, and I was like, okay, let's get one. Let's
She
like
said
think-
as a cat, so she
Yeah.
knew that you couldn't do caffeine. You had
She-
told her.
because I had told her I wasn't drinking coffee.
Yeah.
So yeah, she caught it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, no caffeine, please." And then she was like, "Yeah, okay." So I work, you know, I do this, and we like start trying to talk again, you know, and then but I'm like paying,
Yeah.
you know, it's just this kind of like funky. But what happened was, so this is what was great. There's like gloves and a hat on the table where the cashier is checking you out, right? So
Juicy life bit opportunity.
yeah. Oh, so by